What's going on, guys? Kiger here doing the 1.48 patch notes. They're posted over on my Discord. Let's get right into it.
마지막 한 송이가 시들어간다. 하느끼는 최후의 기도 속에서 신은 최후의 선택을 내린다.
Alright, guys. 1.48. Let me make this a bit bigger for you guys. There we go. So, like I said, it's all posted on the resources section on my Discord. New features, new fashion point system. They already told us this was coming on the last major update. It said coming soon, but they already put most of it in there. Let's see what we got here. Fashion points are gained by unlocking appearances. After the update, fashion points of previously unlocked will be automatically granted. Few in the closet fashion tab. Some appearances, such as initial weapon skins and time load appearances, do not grant fashion points. I think this is going to be things like the outfit that you get if you start with Lancer, or the outfit you get when you start with Ninja. Those might not count. You can view which ones you get in the closet. Fashion level increase, automatically giving you fashion points, which will give you rewards. This will likely be similar to increasing your friendship level or increasing your intimacy level. You get rewards for those as well. This is probably going to be like some silver gacha coins, gold gacha coins, stuff like that. Oh, here we go. Rewards include free attribute bonuses. Oh, it's stat bonuses. Okay. And extra rewards, with extra rewards requiring commemorative coins to unlock. What we have no idea anything about that. New Fairy Wheel Ascension. Fairy Wheel Core and Generation. So the actual ability in the 4 pieces. That has reached level 35. Can be ascended. Ascension unlocks powerful attributes, so this is either an extra stat similar to the red fate cards after you get them to 18k. It could be something like that, or it could just be a big increase to the base stats, which can be rerolled. Okay, so this is extra stats. So this is more similar to the 18k red fate cards, which can be rerolled. That's cool. Ascended Will can inherit Ascension attributes without loss when transferred to another level 35 will. Damn. Okay, so you can roll 35s to get the good Ascension stats, and then transfer them to a will that got like a level 6 slaughter, for example. That's really cool. That's exactly what we want there. Ascension, Stellar Soil of Inspiration, which increases the base stat of the will. Stellar Soil can be attained from Abyss Ruins and Time Trial, so we don't need to buy these. We can get these from doing in-game PvE content, which is good. What we do need is, this is actually a really cool system, and that it seems like most people are able to get it. What I want to see here, though, is I want to see new effects. So like Fierce Attack, Slaughter, all these things, Mantra, things like that have been running rampant for a long time now. I would like to see new effects. New appearance type, teleport animation. This makes a lot of sense just by reading the name. Right now, you just have that little cube, and then you teleport. Even Diablo Immortal has this, where you do different animations when you teleport to go to different places. Has been added to decorations. This is probably that weird back piece thing that people don't know what it is. It just hasn't been actually added yet. Replace the default rune animation. Activate animation also grants attribute bonuses. So it's probably going to be a pretty small stat buff, just like getting a piece of outfit is a small attack or defense buff. Treasure star level expansion. The star level cap for treasures have been increased by 1. Blue, purple, and gold quality treasures now have their star levels increased from 3, 4, and 5. So blue, purple, gold to 4, 5, and 6 respectively. So golds can now go to 6. Class balance adjustment. I'm not going to go too much into how good I think the changes are, but I'm just going to lay them out, and I'm going to do testing when it happens. Wind Chaser and Judge are the two that are getting changes. Wind Chaser, previous effect, cooldown reduction of Wind Chaser skills by 40%. It is now 15%, so less cooldown, but after casting Shifting Bolt, gain bonus damage equal to 20% of cooldown reduction for 5 seconds, 10-second cooldown. It is now 15%. It gets more cooldown, so it becomes 30. So you get 30 instead of 40, so you only lose 10%. And then you get 40% of your cooldown as damage for 3 times as long, and only roughly 2.5 times the cooldown. So definitely a big boon as far as damage output. You are losing that 10% of Wind Chaser skill cooldown, but probably good trade-off. Shifting Bolt now reduces movement speed by 50% for 3 seconds. Butterfly effect, 5% more damage. Cast time reduced from 2.5 to 1.5. That was a big issue with this ability, is it locked you in place a lot. So losing a second off of that locking in place is great. Cooldown increased from 15 to 24. That's going to be tough. Continuous damage from... This is, remember, all the abilities do something different if used after the second skill. The second skill always does something different after being used after a different ability. And then right now it's 3-2 would do plus 50% and continuous damage. Now it's 100% with a 9-second increase. So what's interesting here is increasing the cooldown for a double of damage is an interesting trade-off, because we innately have the cooldown, and the cooldown is more valuable on higher cooldowns than it is on lower cooldowns, because 10% off of a 10-second cooldown is 1 second, but at 10% off of 20-second cooldown is 2 seconds. So that's something to think about. And last we got here, and then I have one more thing to show you after this. Judge, to do previous effect. After casting 4 Judge skills, gain 50% more damage and enhanced effect. Now, after casting 4 skills, one selected skill gains 50% damage and enhanced effect. Cold Fire Bird and Kiss of Frostworm gain additional effects, which is going to be down here. Old effect, when an enhanced skill hits, the next 2 Judge skills used within 8 seconds have cooldown reduced by 2 seconds with a 25-second cooldown. That, that's kind of rough. But now, They gain 10% break rate, which means that's final break. That's not just the break number, because remember your level is part of it. It's the final number, and 10% cooldown reduction for instead of 2 seconds, for 6 seconds with a 25-second cooldown. So 8 seconds, reduce them by 2 seconds. 6 seconds, 10% cooldown reduction. And the 10% break rate is very important for EM Chain Strike, because it does more damage based on the difference of your break and their block. Then we have Cold Fire Bird effect changed from reducing block by 30% to reducing... Oh my god. They ruined Cold Fire Bird. Cold Fire Bird was not... to reducing their attack by 10%. Oh my god. Alright, so I'll get back to Cold Fire Bird in a second. Let's see what else we got. Now they made Hurricane reduce their block instead, but only by 15%. And this is 15% of total, so if they're at 200%, it's 30% they're losing, because it's 15% of total. EM Chain Strike, when your break value exceeds the target's block. Max bonus damage increased from 50% to 100%. It'll be interesting to see how the Scorch damage applies with that. But man, Cold Fire Bird. Does that mean in the next update they're going to hurt not Punitive Chop, what is it? Soul Blast from Gladiator. Because Gladiator is seeming like, I mean, even with Barong and all those changes, Gladiator is still looking like the one to go. They just want everyone to play Gladiator with something else. The last thing I wanted to bring to your guys' attention is we saw this, remember, on the roadmap version 1.48, which is the one we're talking about. New Dragon Island was supposed to come. It has a delay. I don't know what the delay is, but it's being pushed back to 1.49, not 1.48. Don't have a lot of information of what this is, but it should be in reference to that Dragon of the End thing, which means we might see it on JP and KR when it's supposed to go live over there, which is the end of next month. Let me see, it was the 20 August. We're looking at, well, for JPKR, it's 22nd or 23rd, Friday or Saturday. But for Global, it was supposed to be a couple days after, 25, 26. But it sounds like now it's being pushed back to 1.49. Let me know what you guys think down below. Till next time, guys.